Hello everybody and welcome to Slay the Spire, playing as a Silent on Ascension 6. This is Act 2 versus Bronze Automaton. Act 1 we got the warped Tongs almost immediately. We were having a hard time getting some card rewards. We picked up Flying Knee, got Backflip at the same store, we removed the curse from warped Tongs, and then we went straight into quite a lot of debuffs, heavy poison and some weak. And we got the Snecko Skull to make that all the more. We also got Akabeko and Bag of Marbles, which play interestingly together. And we got Tools of Trade at the end to help us filter through the garbage cards and keep all of the better cards flowing. So that's where we're at there. As far as the deck itself, not really hard pressed for upgrades. Want to get this upgrade obviously, so that costs 0. But other than that, pretty okay here. So we got 2 here, which means every one of these can be 3 if we're willing to take on the Burning Elite. So it comes down to which one do we think is ideal. We don't want this store because we got this one right after it. So these paths are probably not available to us. Could take this shop, but then it makes the shop here a little more awkward, I think. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. Like if we buy nothing here then it's fine, but that's probably not the case. So let us probably head for this campfire first along the events line. Ooh, warped Tongs hit the tools of the trade. That makes it free. I like that. This is all the block we're going to get. So we can just spend the rest of the turn setting up, even though that means we don't get to take advantage of Bag of Marbles. Look at all that block we get to have on top of everything. Alright, block for 9. We are going to have a preponderance of energy, so I'll do this. Alright, and that was 5 blocks, so now we can actually just do that and full attack. And she's done for. She'll never touch us again this run. Doesn't matter, fight is over. Another potion. Catalyst Plus. To some extent it seems early, but one way to think about it is Deadly Poison Plus is 7 poison for 1, which means if the target already has, with the Snecko Skull, if the target has 3 poison, this is as good as a Deadly Poison. If they have 4, then this is better, and then it just goes from there. So I'll definitely take the Catalyst Plus. I don't think it's too soon. It's possible to play it too soon, but I don't think it's too soon to take. Upgrade 2 random cards, remove a card, or remove a random remove a card and upgrade 1 random card. Okay, let's take a look at our deck. So we have 10 starter cards. Well, I should say 10 at strikes and defends. These are starter cards too. So as far as possible upgrades, 1, 2, 3, 4, we only have 4 possible. So random upgrades don't seem all that strong. So I'll just remove a card. And now that we spent 60 gold, not going to 2 shops looks even better. So I'll probably just stay the course here. Backflip got upgraded. Don't mind if I do. Alright. That makes the rest of the turn fairly straightforward. Look at that Akabeko Bag of Marbles value. Nice. Okay. I think we have energy for everything here, so let's just play everything here. As far as the plated armor goes, order doesn't matter here. We don't get through it, but we do still apply the debuffs. So still was pursuing. And now he's going to heal for one. Oh no. Catalyst kind of seals this up. There it is. Leg sweep is full block, so we'll do that and that. And I guess that, although it's not necessary. All done. Another potion. We are full now. If this was Deadly Poison Plus, I might take it just because we do have the Catalyst Plus. I don't see a need for the redundancy right now, especially not with the Singing Bowl. So let's just go that way. It would be better if... This is one of the things I don't like about powers, is they don't really stack up. So if we had a second Noxious Fumes, we would only get the same one benefit from Sneckle Skull. So the second Noxious Fumes is actually worth less than the first. Interestingly enough. Alright, let's Crippling Poison. That's 8. Oh, and then here's another thing, too. Watch this. You'd think that this would give us 24. It should give us 25, because the Sneckle Skull chimes in there, too. So I think at this point, the Noxious Fumes would be too slow. I'm actually going to do the Flying Knee because of the Bag of Marbles, Akabeko thing. Yeah, so now we're doing 25 per turn, and... so yeah, this could be a much quicker fight. Plus the Flying Knee will help us offset the confusion. Backflip is free, as is this Defend. So our blocking needs are met. Might as well do setup stuff, and then stab stab. Cool. So we only need to do 5 damage this turn, and the fight is over. Can we do it? There we go. Bye-bye, Sneckle Jerk. Don't have the Dead Branch. Don't have Discard. With the 4th energy and the Flying Knee, I think we could get away with Predator Plus. The question again becomes, do we need it? And I don't think so. I think Poison was reliable enough, but now that we can accelerate it, I don't think spending half of our energy every turn just to do 20 damage is... I mean, don't get me wrong, if we got it in our opening hand, that would be kind of nutty. It would be 28, and then 14, 42. That's pretty good, but... Wow. If we take it, I'm definitely glad I didn't take the second Leg Sweep Plus. And that's kind of one of the things I'm looking at, is we have a lot of weakness, but we don't have a lot of block. The loss of max HP isn't as bad because we have the Singing Bowl. So I think I'm going to give this a shot. Also, we have the Warped Tongs, which every now and then is going to hit an Apparition, which means we don't have to play it right away. I don't hesitate on this event whenever I have the Toxic Egg. Or perhaps a more accurate way to put it is I once had a Toxic Egg when I got this event, and them not exhausting is a lot more valuable than having to play them right away. Because having to play them right away means you have basically your first 5 or 5 out of your first 6 turns, and then after that. And if you're spending energy on this, which we have the 4th energy, which is another consideration when you're at that event. Anyways, I'm going to upgrade the Tools of Trade here so that it costs nothing to play. It means we'll always be able to put it into play without detracting from our plans. Yeah, so like this Apparition we have to play. Oh wait, no we don't, because it just got upgraded. Sweet, that's great. because we don't want to play it right now. There's no reason to. We do kind of want to play this, though. And with the Akabeko, this does 21. And he already has 8 poison, so that's lethal there. And this is lethal here. Perfect. Thank you, Warped Tongs, for hitting that apparition. That was right on time. And now we don't find any apparition. Oh, that's good. Luckily we do have 19 points of block versus 21. So it could be worse. Okay, that's an apparition we don't have to play. So we can just discard it. Catalyst for this much doesn't seem like much, but it's all we can do this turn, really. So I'm just going to go for it. That's fine. And then I'll play 2 apparitions because this means we'll get ethereal next turn, where it might actually be valuable, because otherwise we just lose them, and we have nothing else to do with our energy that turn. Okay. 1 dab will do ya. So there's that. This extends our intangible. That gets things rolling there. And this means we can kill 1, which is good. Yeah, you can see the catalyst over here is fine, just fine. Alright, so 6 kills him. So that's perfect. We can just do all this and even throw up some block. So wasted intangible again. It's okay though. He's almost done for. 13, well actually no, 3 goes to that, so we only need to do 10 damage to him this turn. And we have it all in this card right here. Alright, so 2 damage got through, that's fine. Toy Ornithopter, and we have a full potion belt. And we actually are below max health, and 5 goes a lot farther now. I don't think we take any of these, so let's start recovering from those acquisitions. Bag of marbles will strip some artifact here. That's good. Oof, what a rough hand. Wow, that doesn't get any better. Let's see. We'll play the 2 apparitions because it'll go through to the next turn. Could neutralize here since he'll actually accept it. Or we could just throw it here to get him closer to accepting poison. Do keep in mind that poison ignores armor. This is the fight. I've gone back and forth. I first came to that realization, and then later I realized, oh, well, armor falls off, so maybe I'm just seeing it fall off first. But no, this guy's got the barricade, so this is a good time to see that poison does, in fact, ignore armor. And for that reason, I'm going to favor removing his... we have 2 apparitions, so the weakness here next turn is not going to be all that useful. But getting him to accept poison sooner will definitely accelerate the fight. And since we're relying more on apparitions now, fight acceleration is actually somewhat useful. Same thing here. We'll try and get the weak on him. And we've got the block we need, so we can get started over here. We're going to attack him over here, over him, because poison just wipes him out, no problem. So this is the only real threat here, while in an apparition world. Okay, kick the road. Kick the can down the road, noxious fumes. Get the poison started here. And we can do that. It's okay that we're taking 2 here because we're still within 5 below, so a single potion drink and we're back to being topped off. Alright, this is free. This kicks the can down the road. Now he's just dead. which means if we can kill him, we take no more damage. That worked out very well. Duplication potion. This is a little awkward, huh? We definitely have stuff worth duplicating, so no question there. The Blessing of the Forge is less valuable because of the Warped Tongs, but more valuable because of the apparitions. If we have a fistful of like 3 apparitions on a turn where nobody's attacking, we can just drink this and carry on. So I don't want to lose that potion. 12 block can be valuable. So I'll just go ahead and do this. Cloak and Dagger Plus is normally a very good card. However, with the apparitions, I don't know that choosing more block cards makes a whole lot of sense right now. And we don't have any Shiv synergies. So I think I'd rather continue recovering from the apparitions acquisitions. Mummified Hand. We have 2 powers, one of which costs 0. We're already kind of finding that energy is not too much of an issue, which is nice. It's better than the opposite. We do have a shop coming up, but a burning elite in between, so let's not encumber ourselves. Well, let's apparition for sure. Tools of the Trade, and Noxious hits that, which is great. Noxious Fume hits that. Okay, so we backflip, and we get more of stuff we don't actually need. Alright, because of the bag of marbles, we're going to hit with the Flying Knee first. Get the most out of that. And we'll apply this because it's damage. We'll apply this because it's extended weak, and then we have more block than we can ever use, thanks to the apparition. This 6 metallicized is going to be a little rough back here, but I'm thinking duplication potion on something like Crippling Cloud would go a long way to end this fight quickly. There's that. No apparition. And no form of card draw, so it's going to be a little rough here. Doesn't have to be, though, especially doing this. Because now Catalyst is a killer. He's dead. With the tools of the trade, the wounds aren't so bad. But we definitely need to triple this guy's poison just because this will actually block what he's doing. And this avoids us getting weakened any further. So yeah, we got through that fight. Easy peasy, back to full health. There's our apparitions. We only need 1 defend. And this fight is over. Very painless. Yep, I was just telling him I could do that. And look at this. This is actually funny because normally when I say we can just leave him to die, we're able to actively kill him, but not today. Alright, Orichalcum. Actually very good with the apparitions. Oh my gosh, so we can just start removing blocks. Acrobatics, I think, is very called for. Catalyst is very potent. Finding that when we want to is great. Being able to get through the apparitions and stuff, yeah, I think Acrobatics is a very good add here. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, so let's remove a defend. Easy. We have a lot of money left, which is good. Bag of prep. And I think another acrobatics is called for. Tactician plays well with the acrobatics as well as the... probably should have touched on that, but it makes even more sense now. One of the reasons why I'm so willing to take the acrobatics is because we have a 4th energy. And so far, what we've been playing, we've been finding that more often than not we have energy to spare, or we don't have cards that are worth spending our energy on, and this smooths that over. So obviously this does more of the same, and then the Tactician between Tools of the Trade and our discards here, and even with the Survivor, we can have even more energy to accommodate the more card draw we just picked up. So yeah, if you guys saw my pseudo-infinite discard video, then you understand why these things are so valuable. There was also an affordable Bane in that shop. I shouldn't not gloss over that. Alright, so the Tongs did not hit the apparitions, which is a little unfortunate. This and this give us free energy. Makes this apparition free. This is free. This is free. I was so busy looking at the free part of things that I failed to take into account the bag of marbles. So it is possible I misplayed that and didn't get full value. Just want to call attention to that. Alright, so there we go. We can block what the apparitions let through. Even though the Orichalcum would have, it's more about applying the weak. Yeah, here we go. We can discard a card, so we do that. Now we have more energy to play with. Which is funny, because we didn't even need it. But we'll take advantage of it. Now when Catalyst comes back around, it's more than welcome. Oops, no apparitions. So this would be a good time to acrobatics. We don't need the apparitions, obviously, but and we don't need these because of Orichalcum. So let's extend the range, do some damage, and the backflip would actually be counterproductive. Thank you, Orichalcum. Okay, so Catalyst is right on time, but let's see if we can make it even more devastating. There's some extra energy, which we absolutely do not need. Extend the weak, which is superfluous at this point. 67. Seems good. He's done for. We don't even have a chance to let our apparitions run out. Cool. Specimen! Just in time for Bronze Automaton. That'll be great. So normally when you have like a heavy poison deck, you can just ignore the ads, but with the Specimen, taking the ads out mostly doesn't deplete from the speed at which you finish the fight. So, defect, no thank you. So wow, that was pretty great. With this level of card draw and energy freedom as we have, and the fact that we have the Warped Tongs, I don't know that I want to do the full upgrade thing. I think I'd rather remove a card, to be honest with you. I hardly ever take that choice. With the Apparition Machine and Orichalcum in particular, I do think one more defend is prudent. I don't want to go all losing all our defense just because we will hit a point where the apparitions are not enough and we will need some form of block. Maybe I should have taken that Cloak of Dagger Plus when it was offered. Too late now. But we have been seeing hands where we've just had a whole lot of block cards and no use for them. Partially due to the apparitions, so we do have to take that with a grain of salt. We have 2 apparitions here, that's terrible. We also have the Crippling Cloud, which we cannot make use of, which is also terrible. Okay. Well, all we can do is apparition. And then, of course, we'll play the strikes just because the Bag of Marbles was helpful here. Once we get Noxious Fumes in play, these will go away. We also have many sources of weak. We have Tactician in hand, so this Acrobatics is free. This makes something else free, Strike. Okay. Definitely want to make sure we play that Apparition. We're going to need some form of block, so let's Acrobatics again to get rid of the only block. Yeah, that's funny. Alright, we definitely got to put this into play. We want to play this. We want to do this. which was free, apparently. Cool. So I'll do this to try and strip away the artifact. And then we can just start beating up on this guy here. Probably going to lose our apparition and I don't know. The rest of them seem fairly on par with one another. Leg sweep. Yeah, I mean I'll miss the applying the weak here, but otherwise it's not so bad. Backflip. Interesting. They did not take the apparition. So we have 6. What did the tongs must have hit it. Alright, so we have to play this. And we'll go ahead and triple up on this because the specimen kicks it forward anyways. There we go. We get to transfer that stack this turn. Just in time because his, I think if it went to him and he had an artifact, it would just fizzle. And that would be bad. So this is way better. And he is now... Oh, very good. I like this. Oh yeah, I forgot we didn't even have to play the one Orichalcums here. Gotta remember that. Alright, so we finally get this off. Good deal. Alright, we'll just tap him with a little something. What's he got again? I forget. Backflip. Okay. Well, with the 2 acrobatics, the backflip's actually not all that important. So this is good, and the 2 strike pluses are good enough. Oh, not there though. Don't want to make that mistake. Alright, so his poison gets applied there. And by the way, I did notice that the Snecko Skull added a layer, so Snecko Skull plays very well with Specimen, which I wasn't aware of. Alright, so this is Hyper Beam turn. This is free. This draws us cards. So we do want to do this and this. Not quite enough block. We don't need all, like, perfect block, but let's do what we can here. So now we only take 5. And he's just dead in 2 turns. So we literally could walk away and win this. Didn't quite get to speed it up a whole turn. Well, I guess technically we did, because now we can just actively do the 6. Oh, yeah. You get a Bear Strike unplussed as your death blow. Wraith Form or Storm of Steel? We do have a lot of card draw now. Without a way to negate Wraith Form's downside, I don't think Wraith Form is particularly good for this deck. And if we were still back before the acrobatics where we had a little extra energy, I would think Doppelganger would be okay. But now with the backflip and the 2 acrobatics, we do have quite a bit of card draw, especially once the apparitions are out. So I think this is a Storm of Steel pick. Yikes! Guess we're taking Black Star. Yeah, we still have a lot of our basic cards. Yep, I don't think we can support the pyramid here. Although, I don't think that helps with the... Yeah, Ethereal says end of turn, right? In your hand at end of turn. The Runic Pyramid does not prevent that. So I guess it's a Black Star pick. And that is going to do it for Act 2. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope it was enjoyable for you. Let me know your thoughts on how the deck has progressed and what you think about the Apparitions event and whether it should have been taken or not. And I will see you guys in the next act. Take care.